Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's episode of Morte. Tonight we shall see that brave knight Sir Tristram defend the honour and the skin of Sir Palomides. Hello, Karen. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Madja. Hello, Queen. Hello, David. Come in, guys. Come in. Great to see you all. How are you? Indeed. I'm just going to jump over to there. Hello, Sarah. Welcome. It's good to see you again. Hello, Stella. Hi, come in, guys. Come in. Pull up a seat. Hello. How are we all this evening? It's good to see you too. So, thank you, David. I'm glad you like them. Hello, Queen. Hello. I hope you're feeling very well today. Hello, Hugo. Come in, Hugo. Sit down. Welcome. My holidays were good. Hectic. It seems like I haven't had a break at any point in time, Sarah. So I'm looking forward to the weekend when I can stick my feet up. I'm on a train tomorrow as well. I can stick my feet up on the train. But yes, hectic, all good stuff, running about all over the place. Now I'm back, sat down in a chair, which feels good. It's nice to be sat still. My arms are doing all the gesticulation for me, so I can relax a little bit. And you can get me here. Plenty of energy and very, very happy to see all of you. We are, for those of you who don't know, continuing with season 10. We've got to season 10 of Morte. I hope everyone got to see last night's episode. I'm glad you like that, Sarah. I'm quite fond of that. That's up in the Yorkshire Moors. It's a very, very nice day. Well, it was a cold, a little bit rainy day actually. I had to. Hello, Rabbit. Hello. Hi, Mark. Hello, Danny. Hi. Welcome, one and all. Sit yourself down. But it was real, Queen. It was. It's just on Cleveland Way. Big long walking path that kind of goes the length or the width of England, and when you're going up the hillsides there, you've got all these rocks just sticking out like they should be in Middle Earth, and it was a very, very strange day. It was about to, when I took that photo, it was about to start chucking it down again, so I had to run back to the car in the hope that I wouldn't get washed out and flooded out of my village again. But it was all good. It's all good. So I'm glad you like the photo. If anyone doesn't know which photo I'm talking about, then you should be a member of the Facebook group. So you can see this wonderful, wonderful photo of the Yorkshire Moors in between floods just after Christmas, which is a very, very nice time. Anyway, enough about floods, enough about the Yorkshire Moors. Ladies and gents, shall we instead get into tonight's tale of daring do and smiting and smotting and racing for reigning and all that good stuff that we like to see with the buffeting on the helms. Excellent. Stella's up for it. Here we go then, ladies and gents. Let's get into tonight's show. So, we have been telling all about the tale of Sir Tristram, second greatest knight in all the realm after Sir Lancelot, who has been exiled from the kingdom of Cornwall after he was caught with King Mark of Cornwall's wife Isolde, who is Tristram's one true love. Tristram has been going all over the realm, having great adventures, proving himself in combat time and time again. And at last, Tristram has come to the point where he has seen one night being assailed by 10 men, led by Sir Bruce Sans Pité, the most devilish, wicked knight in all the realm, a knight who has no honour. These men are ganging up to attack the noble Sir Palomides. Now, there is no love between Tristram and Sir Palomides. Indeed, Tristram once stole Sir Palomides' girlfriend, the lovely and beautiful Isolde, for she was then Princess of Ireland. Ever since, Sir Palomides has had it in for Tristram and has fought against him time and time again, but never has defeated him in straight, honest combat. Indeed, not so long ago, Palomides plotted to slay Tristram in mischievous ways and come at him from behind on the battlefield to leave his opponent dead. Still, even though Tristram knows that there is no love between himself and Palomides, even though he knows that Palomides has tried many a times to bring about the end of his life, Tristram, the most chivalric of all knights perhaps of all the world, cannot stand by and allow 10 knights to gang up upon Sir Palomides, and so Tristram has turned to Sir Bruce Sans Pité, who has led this raiding party, and has told them that if they will not back off and leave Palomides alone, then they shall have to face his sword. Ladies and gents, let's get into tonight's show. So, Sir Tristram alit off his horse, and by cause the knights who faced off against Palomides were on foot. And so that they would not slay Tristram's horse, he stood down, readied his shield, brought his sword in his hand, and then he smote on the right hand, smote on the left hand, passingly sore, and well nigh at each and every stroke he struck down a knight who assailed him. And when those knights saw those strokes, they fled, all of them, from that battle, with the exception of Bruce Sans Pité. And they ran to the tower, and Sir Tristram followed fast after with his sword in his hand. But those knights escaped into the tower and shut Tristram back at the gate. And when Sir Tristram saw this, he returned back to Sir Palomides, and he found him sitting underneath a tree, sorely wounded. "Ah, fair knight," said Tristram, "well be found." "Thank you," said Palomides, "of your great goodness, for you have rescued me of my life and saved me from my death." "What's your name?" said Sir Tristram. He said, "My name is Sir Palomides." "Jesus," said Sir Tristram, "you have a fair grace of me this day that I should rescue you, for you are the man in the world that I most hate. So now, make yourself ready, Sir Palomides, for I insist that I must do battle against ye." "Why, what is your name?" said Palomides. "My name is Sir Tristram. I am your mortal enemy." "It may be so," said Sir Palomides, "but you have done much for me this day, so that I cannot fight with you, for you have saved my life, and it would be no worship for me to have ado with you. And anyway, you are fresh, and I am wounded sore, and therefore, if you would fight me another day, and then, if you name that day, I shall meet you without fail." "You say well," said Sir Tristram. "So then, I say that you shall meet me in the meadow by the river of Camelot, where Merlin first set the Perron." And so they were agreed. And then Sir Tristram asked Sir Palomides why those 10 knights had done battle against him. "They did it for this reason," said Sir Palomides. "For as I rode upon my adventures in a forest here, I saw that a dead knight lay, with a lady weeping by his side. And when I saw her making such sorrow, I asked her who slew her lord, and she said that the falsest knight of the world who is now living did it, for he is the most villainous that ever a man could speak of, and his name is Sir Bruce Sans Pité. Then, for pity, I made the damsel leap on her palfrey, and I promised her to be her warrant, and to help her to bury her lord. And so, suddenly, as I came riding by this very tower, out came Sir Bruce Sans Pité, and suddenly he struck me from my horse. And then, before I could recover the horse, Sir Bruce slew the damsel. So I took my horse again, and I was sorely ashamed, and so began the fight between us, and this is the cause that you saw this battle here. Well, said Sir Tristram, now I understand the manner of your battle, but in any way, remember your promise that you made with me to do battle with me this day in a fortnight's time. I shall not fail you, said Sir Palomides. Well, said Sir Tristram, as at this time I will not fail you until you be out of the danger of your enemies. So they mounted upon their horses and rode together into that forest, and there they found a fair well with clear water bubbling. Fair sir, said Sir Tristram, to drink of that water have I courage. And then they got off their horses. And then were they aware that there stood a great horse tied to a tree, and ever he neighed. And then were they wary of a fair knight who was armed beneath the tree, lacking no piece of harness save his helm that lay under his head. By the good Lord, said Tristram, yonder lies a well-faring knight. What is best to do here? Awake him, said Sir Palomides, and so Tristram awoke him with the butt of his spear. And the knight rose up hastily, put his helmet upon his head, got a great spear in his hand, and without any more words, he hurled at Sir Tristram, smote him clean from his saddle to the earth, and hurt him on the left side, so that Sir Tristram lay in great peril. Then he walloped further, fetched his course, and came hurtling upon Sir Palomides, and he struck him part way through the body, so that Palomides fell from his horse to the earth. And then this strange knight left them there, and made his way through the forest. With this, Sir Palomides and Sir Tristram were on foot, and they got their horses again, and either asked for counsel of the other of what was best to do. By my head, said Sir Tristram, I will follow this strong knight that thus has shamed us. Well, said Sir Palomides, and I will repose myself hereby with a friend of mine. Beware, said Sir Tristram of the Palomides, that you fail not that day that you have set with me to do battle, for as I deem you will not come that day, for I am a much better knight than you, said Sir Tristram. As for that, said Sir Palomides, be it as it may, for I fear you not, nor am I sick nor prisoner, I will fail you. But I have cause to have more doubt that you will not meet with me upon the field of battle, for you ride after yonder strong knight, and if you meet with him, it's a hard battle that you'll face if ever you escape his hands. And right so, Sir Tristram and Sir Palomides departed, and either took a different way. There we are, halfway through tonight's tale, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Frank! Tristram has come across Sir Palomides. He has saved Sir Palomides, and then, filled with hate for Palomides, he has turned upon him and demanded that Palomides should face him in battle. Palomides, wounded, has said that he will not face Sir Tristram, and could not anyway, for Sir Tristram has saved him. But if Tristram would set a day, then Palomides will meet him and do battle with him once more. And so these two great knights, Sir Tristram and Sir Palomides, have agreed to meet before Camelot to fight each other. one last time. But before this had happened, Sir Tristram and Palomides had been rudely attacked by a knight that they met by a well, that knight fleeing off into the distance. Sir Tristram, for the sake of his honour... Hello, Bocan! Sir Tristram, for the sake of his honour, had insisted that he must ride off after this knight who smote him. And he said in passing Liz he left that he doesn't believe that Palomides really has the guts to face him in battle on the day they agreed. Palomides says that he has the guts to face Tristram, but he doesn't think Tristram will turn up, for he thinks that if Tristram goes to face off against the knight who has fled, that Tristram will surely meet a grisly end. Ladies and gents, let's see just what happens as Tristram rides away. And so Sir Tristram rode long after this strong knight, and at the last he saw where there lay a lady who stood over a dead knight. "Fair lady," said Tristram, "who has slain your lord?" "Well, you never know, Sean, you never know. Tristram might be having difficulties. Everyone has an off day." "Sir," she said, "here came a knight riding as my lord and I rested here, and he asked him of whence he had came. My lord said that he was of King Arthur's court. Therefore," said the strong knight, "I will joust with you, for I hate all those that are of King Arthur's court. And my lord that lies here dead upon his horse, and the strong knight and my lord encountered together, and there he smote my lord through with his spear, and thus he has left me in great woe. I regret that you should have such sorrow," said Sir Tristram, and a great anger rose in him. "If it please you, tell me your husband's name," he said. "Sir," said she, "his name was Galadoon, and he would have proved a good knight." And so departed Sir Tristram from that dolorous lady, and they had much evil lodging. And then on the third day Sir Tristram met with Sir Gawaine, and then with Sir Blobris in a forest at a lodge, and either knight was sorely wounded. Then Sir Tristram asked Sir Gawaine and Sir Blobris if they had met with such a knight who had such cognizance with a covered shield. "Fair sir," said these knights, "such a knight we met, and he did us great damage. At first he smote down my fellow Sir Blobris, and he sorely wounded him, and by cause he bade me that I should have ado with him. For after all, he was over strong for me, and that strong knight took his words at scorn, and said that he said it out of mockery. And then they rode together, and so he hurt my fellow, and when he had done so, I might not for shame, but I had to joust with him. And at the first course he smote me down, and my horse to the earth, and there he had almost slain me, and from us he took his horse and departed, and in an evil time we met with him." "Fair knights," said Tristram, "so did he meet with me, and with another knight, and that knight's name was Sir Palomides, and he smote us both down with one spear, and hurt us right sore. By my faith," said Gawaine, "by my counsel, you shall let him pass, and seek no further trouble. For at the next feast of the Round Table, upon pain of my head, you shall find him there." "By my faith," said Sir Tristram, "I shall never rest now until I find that devilish knight." And then Sir Gawaine asked him his name, and he said, "My name is Sir Tristram." And so either told each other their names, and then Sir Tristram departed and rode his way. And by fortune in a meadow Tristram met with Sir Kay the Seneschal and Sir Dinadan. "What tidings with you?" said Sir Tristram. "Not good," said these knights. "Why so?" said Sir Tristram. "I beg you, tell me, for I ride to seek a knight." "What does he look like?" said Sir Kay. "He bears," said Sir Tristram, "a covered shield that's covered with a cloth." "By my head," said Sir Kay, "that's the same knight that met with us, for this night we were lodged within a widow's house. And there was a knight who was there, and he knew that we were of King Arthur's court, and he spoke great villainy by the king, and specially of Queen Guinevere. And then on the morn we fought with him for that cause. And at that first battle," said Sir Kay, "he smote me from my horse and hurt me passingly sore. And when my fellow Sir Dinadan saw me smitten down, then he would not revenge me, but ran away, and thus he's now departed." And then Sir Tristram asked them their names, and he was told their names. And Sir Tristram departed from Sir Kay and from Sir Dinadan, and he passed through a great forest into a plain until he came down to a priory, and he rested there with a good man for 6 days. Who is the knight with the covered shield who is bringing so much woe to all these knights? He's fought with Sir Kay, he's chased off Sir Dinadan, he's defeated Sir Blobris, he's fought and defeated Sir Gawain, he's knocked down both Sir Tristram and Sir Palomides, and still he goes on in a never-ending quest of fury. You joke, Sean, you joke, but in season 2 we went to the castle where the Holy Grail was in fact kept for a time. It was no longer there when good old Sir Balin arrived there, but we will speak of the Sangreal in other chapters, rest assured, Sean, and as we continue through the week, we'll find out just what happens as Sir Tristram faces off against this knight with the covered shield. All will be revealed, ladies and gents. All will be revealed. But, he says, with a wild, rakish grin on his face. But I am hurrying, Frank, but all that will come tomorrow as we continue with Sir Tristram's quest. Coming up tonight instead. Oh wow, Roger, that's some serious trimming. Coming up tonight we have, as I have promised, especially I am going to read Tolkien's poetry. That's right, guys. I don't know where my Tolkien poetry is. Where is my Tolkien poetry? I will find my Tolkien poetry somewhere on the bookshelves here. And tonight I will... Queen, I'm glad that you're female, because if a male said they lost 3 inches, there would be a lot of innuendo. Unfortunately, there's no innuendo here. The Sangreal is the Holy Grail. The Sangreal is the Holy Grail, Sean. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? I hope you're enjoying the story tonight. Coming up in a couple of minutes, I'm going to be reading Tolkien's poetry live on Poetry Live, complete with funny, silly voices, which I've been promising you guys since December. And tonight is the night. It's going to happen. So it's on its way. It's coming up. I'm going to say thank you now. I'm going to go and grab the book. So a massive thank you to everyone who came out tonight. Thank you, Karen and Queen, Stella and Beth. Thank you, Black Rabbit and Sean and Roger and Julie and Marcella and Frank. It's been wonderful to have you here. You're a fantastic audience. And yes, We'll have a couple of minutes break and then I will see you guys for some Tolkien poetry in a few minutes. I can't wait! See you soon.